Yeah, here's the thing. Mike and I have been doing radio for a very, very long time. All right, we're in our fucking mid-30s now. This is it. All right, so we're gonna give it our fucking all, but we're not gonna sit here. We don't have time to play the game.
No,
you understand that? We don't have time. We don't have time to sit there and say what needs to be said. And hey, did you check out that guy? Did you check out No. We're gonna do our show, and if we're doing it for one person or a million people, it's gonna be the same show and the same effort. We're going to bring you interesting conversations. You're not going to get just the same 5 people that you see on YouTube. You're going to get people you've probably never heard of. You want to know why? Because we want you guys to fucking think differently than the same thoughts. If these people on YouTube now are the media insurgencies, then you know what we are? We're fucking terrorists. That's what we are. We're putting a jihad on all you motherfuckers. All right? Enough.
We are not at the fucking kids table, which means these fucking first of all, these fucking live streams on the weekend that I'm watching, and I'm not gonna name names, but these fucking, it's the same fucking circle jerk every week. The same 6 people. Oh, Sticks Hexenhammer and A. Worski, and they're all yelling at each other about God and atheism. Your fucking shows, look, you guys, there are some good YouTubers, some good content creators, but I've listened to some of these fucking streams. You people put me to goddamn sleep some nights.
And pound for pound, I'd say we probably are the funniest show on the right, period. There isn't anyone funnier. And I'm confident in saying that.
Yeah.
For every 2-hour show you hear, there's 5 hours of work, at least, that we put into the show. All right? And when we sit there and we're seeing people live talking about like this, by the way, we pay good money for a real studio setup with real cameras, money out of our pockets.
All you're doing is regurgitating this. It's literally fucking YouTubers talking about other YouTubers now. That's literally what it is. It's a fucking hour of Bunty King, no offense, but Bunty King sitting on a stream with the same 5 rotating people going, hey, did you see Worski's stream? Yeah, he had these 2 guys on and they were arguing about Gives a shit about any of that. If we were fucking wanted to do a show about other internet shows, what a fucking circle jerk it is.
I love Worski. I'm not even knocking Worski. We're basically like the same guy.
I'm watching this shit. It's 3 people on a fucking Google Hangouts all talking over each other. There's no video. There's no effort put in. There's no production values. You guys don't do any show prep at all. You motherfuckers go on a Discord and go, oh, what do you want to talk about? I don't know. Hey, did you see that stream with Andy Worski and Sargon? It's literally photocopies of bullshit, of banality. Go fuck yourselves.
Now
you think you're so much fucking better than us? You're fucking clown shoes, and we will show you.
And I like Andy. Like, that means that's not to say if Andy showed up in town tomorrow, I'd be like, yeah, let's go have a beer, let's hang out. But like, I'll hang out with Andy.
I'll say this too. I am fucking confident that we are at least one of the top 5 best interview shows on the internet. Forget comedy. How about that? With the limited resources we have and with the guests we get, we do as good as we can.
Guys, I want to do a whole bunch longer with you, or how long do you have with me? I just want
as long
to
as you want.
refresh this non-adult beverage.
Okay, knock yourself out, Alex. Go for it.
I didn't even think of. Yeah, I ain't got no
Go
booze.
get one. I got it. I got
Where?
it.
I'm gonna have a non-adult beverage and try to find my dick, and then I'm gonna be right back. Okay.
Okay, go for it.
It's just me in this fucking YouTube community. You're fucking scumbags, all of you. Every one of you. And you're not doing us a favor by coming on our show. You're doing us a favor by doing what Baked Alaska did, like coming on our show and fucking tweeting it out.
Early on Nightwave. One of the very early episodes of Nightwave, when I was making fun of Baked, and he made a fuckload of money, and he gave this homeless guy a couple bucks, and that was the end of it. Yeah, being altruistic on camera is very much a Baked Alaska move.
And we got more people, and then we got a couple more fans from that. He put effort in. But you think
it has something to do, because I really believe that it has something to do with us not playing the game, not playing ball. You know what I mean? I really do, and I
we
think
played ball,
but not to their level. I'm being serious, not to their dick sucking level.
What do you want me to do? hang out and give you our memes in your fucking Discord all day? Like, what do you want me to do? You know, does Andy Worski want a hand job? Does Bunty King want me to suck his dick and lick his balls? Is that going to get us on the fucking show? We can't even get a fucking retweet from these so-called peers of ours, okay? Gabe Hoffman from An Open Secret, one of the only guys who has actually followed up, retweeted, make sure his appearance was seen, that he went on our show. The rest of you fucking people, you have no respect.
Press 1 in the chat if you are familiar with the fact that I tend to have a bit of a distrust for the Jews. Press 2 if somebody telling you that I might not like Jews would be a complete mind-blowing fact to you. Holy shit, really? Is he? I didn't know he said those things about Jews before. Gabe Hoffman, you insincere motherfucker. You always knew how I felt about city folk. You know that I truly know in my heart that you people are insidious. You are parasitic and disingenuous, rootless, international cabal of people who only serve you have very terrible tendencies. Oy vey, everybody get the anti-Semite on Twitter. All of a sudden, Gabe Hoffman has a problem with my criticisms of Israel and the Jews. Oh, all of a sudden.
I go on some fringe alt-right streams, and you've seen it. And I go on them, honestly.
Listen, stop making idols out of these people. I don't ever want you guys to make idols out of us, but stop making idols out of these fucking people, because you are going to be let down every single time.
Go fuck yourself. Stop treating us like we're clowns, okay? Because we're only at 2,500 subs now. We are going to blow past you people. Mark my words. And we will not be so fucking kind to you when we do.
We put forth effort so you have an entertaining product. We've been putting effort in the show when we had 90 subscribers, the same amount of effort that we do now, and that we're going to put in when we have 1 million. We work hard because we want to do something different. We don't want to talk about what another stream talked about and another stream talked about. Yeah, I know that's an easy way to get listeners, but are they really staying for you, or are they staying to hear the same thing repeated? How about, say something different?
He and I put fucking endless hours of work into this show. But everybody outside of the ROTC fucking circle is treating us like we're a fucking joke.
Do you hear what Loomer said? I don't care what Loomer said. Yeah. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Just like Roy said, this is it. This is the last, we're doing the best product we could possibly ever do in our lifetimes right now. And if this isn't good enough, and if we're going to get buried and the show is going to get killed, then in a few months, you know what I mean? Royce is going to be back to doing his solo shows, and I'm going to be back in the fucking tit bars. And I don't want that, but I would rather go back to the tit bars than have to fucking kiss up to who? To Styx Hexenhammer with his fucking wash your leather jacket.
Wow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Styx Hexenhammer, Styx. Happy birthday to you. Hey.
That was spirited.
And again, we both get panic attacks, so I understand the anxiety attack thing. There aren't many people that are empathetic to it.
By the way, way to shrink your audience to the few super fanboys on YouTube. You understand that the rest of the country is not going to understand your inside YouTube references.
Dude, it depresses me when I tune into these fucking streams, man, and there's like 180 people watching, 250 people watching. These fucking boomers yell at Mexicans. We are consistently putting out a better product than you. So we might be nobodies, but we're growing faster than you guys did when you started. We're not going to stop growing. We spent fucking 2 weeks when YouTube just completely shut us down and was force unsubbing people by the dozens.
They're doing that.
What did we do? We just kicked it into higher gear to make sure our sub numbers stay up. We are not some fucking amateurs who pop on our fucking computer and play GTA 4 and fucking stream us playing video games.
Yeah, I was sorry about that, guys.
No, I was just saying, so we're on, Royce had to go out of town, and then I have to go out of town right after Royce, so we're on kind of a vacation, but I'm going to stream games tonight. Tomorrow night I'll do a regular show, and then I'm going to be gonzo for a couple days. So...
Have a good week off and a beer on me.
Oh, thank you. Mexican Man and Cheese donated $5 towards my vacation. You know, we cover mainstream stuff. We try not to cover but you know what? Now I'm starting to realize there are some YouTubers that are big enough that they are mainstream. We are not going to fucking stop. We are going to pick apart everything you do and say that's retarded. We're going to shit down into your open throats. It's fucking open season now. Let's crack some fucking heads.
Tomorrow's Friday. Well, we got that great guest host as a fourth hour. Let's get them on for an hour tomorrow. Talk about fentanyl.
Yeah, the Alex Jones show.
Baby Dragon.
Give me an excuse.
No. Talk about your whole point about fentanyl and about Bill Gates.
Yeah,
you guys come on tomorrow at. You guys come on tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central.
2 p.m. our time. Yeah, we could be on. Sure.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing anything.
What are you really doing at 1 p.m.
Oh, it's
Central?
a remote show tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's great. No, it's great.
Sure.
I don't have to commute for that. Fuck yeah,
for sure.
do everything.
We can do it.
Let's do everything on Friday.
No, but I like the red curtains. I want to have you guys together, the red curtains.
Oh, boy. Tomorrow, I don't know about the curtains because I will be in my studio tomorrow, but we'll still make it happen.
Yeah, of course. We could still do it. But yeah,
no,
man,
I need those red curtains.
You go buy some curtains. Just take these curtains.
Well, they did it. Opiate and Anthony have climbed and dick sucked and vaped and clout chased their way to the top. They made it onto InfoWars. And now that they're sitting high, riding so high on the zenith, the mountaintop of e-celebdom, a little clown shoes show like Pod Awful's got to knock him down a peg one more time. You want to see the full episode? The entirety of ROTC on InfoWars. You want to get all the nitty gritty, tiny, petty little details squeezed out of it. Every little last drop out of the drama tampon that is ROTC on InfoWars? Well, there's only one way to do it, and it's in the Pizza Fund. Join it. $12 level and up. Grab yourself a primo slice. Get access to all of our archived stuff, including tonight's show and more. Podawful.pizza.
Support the show. Join the Pizza Fund. Podawful.pizza.
Pizza.
Podawful.pizza.
Caller Mersh hates talking about other people's podcasts. Instead, he just brings on Alex Jones to clout chase. Let's take a look at Alex on ROTC, and then we'll check out InfoWars. Here you go.
Man.
Yeah, the college episode, yeah.
College.
In a lot of ways. And
God damn, ROTC is really leaning into this whole Sopranos thing. You know what? Forget that part. Let's just get to the InfoWars part, shall we?
you know,
Well, what Dick's doing here is he's keeping a show moving.
right.
So if he says, that's bullshit, fuck off, get lost, you don't have a call. So
Now, I agree. I agree with what Gavin says there. That is part of what's happening, but he's really being too defensive of Dick.
Gavin, it wasn't a call. I was a guest.
That was the part. I might have to add that into the show from tonight. Hang on. Listen to that again. It hurt Mersh so bad.
Well, what Dick's doing here is he's keeping a show moving.
Right.
So if he says, that's bullshit, fuck off, get lost, you don't have a call. So
For one, Gavin, it wasn't a call. I was a guest.
I don't think so, caller Mersh.
Two,
It was a call. You called in just the same way you called into InfoWars. You're caller Mersh. They don't know who you are outside of that. Remember when you met up for the first time with Dick in Tampa and he couldn't remember your name, so he called you Chief at first? Hey, my man. Hey, Mersh.
he's keeping a show moving.
Right.
So if he says, that's bullshit, fuck off, get lost, you don't have a call.
He cut off the caller part of the YouTube title. Yeah, well, that's actually in the original clip. Unfortunately, the part that says caller Mersh is cut off in the original clip.
He's keeping a show moving.
Right.
So if he says, that's bullshit, fuck off, get lost, you don't have a call. So
for one, Gavin, it wasn't a call. I was a guest. Two, Dick has never told me to, quote, fuck off.
ever.
Well, why would he? I mean, that would be insane for him to do that. He allows you to be one of his callers.
He's never told me to fuck off. See, people can disagree or whatever, but see how
you can't disagree. If that either happened or didn't. Even Mersh is so confused about lying that he thinks that you can just disagree with reality.
Gavin's trying to be like, look at Dick probably fucking hates this guy. He's all like, fuck off.
He's just sort of saying neutral and being like,
But he was. To be honest, though, if you listen to that episode, then you'll know Mersh sucked for the first 30 minutes of his call. And then they finally got him going with this Gavin stuff, and now they're pretending to laugh at him.
I didn't know that. Mm-hmm.
Mersh, you've never said anything as funny as Dick tries to make it seem like you said something funny. And he does that, by the way. Mersh is sitting there glowing with pride over it. Watch any clip of the Dick show, and Dick is doing this exact same thing to anything anybody says. Anybody. Including callers.
I just emailed him all of this, by the way.
Dick has barely told Jesse to fuck off. That's actually a good point. Although I believe he did tell me to do that. But I had to try really hard to get that out of this. Caller Mersh on Masks and Gavin McInnes. There it is, right there in the chat room. The real title of that video. Caller Mersh. It kills him.
That was when it was like...
He thinks it's over. He thinks I've been on InfoWars. I'm finally not a caller. You're a caller forever.
All right. Well, I know about these guys 3 or 4 years. And
no, they haven't even existed that long. Okay, Alex is already. I mean, listen, it's like what Gavin was saying about Dick. You know, you're making good radio. You keep it. You act like. See, that's the thing. Alex is acting like they've been there before. So Alex gave them that leg up. He goes, I've known about these guys. I used to hang out. I used to babysit these guys. Okay, their moms used to call me up. They say their dads are dead. Come on over, hang out. I said, no problem. I'd go over there. Merce would suckle on my teat. I'd have Royce would be playing around in the playpen. You know, I'd let him go out to the slop house with the pigs and feed with them from the trough. Royce would be in there. I'd be, you know what I did when Merce was a baby? I'd look him dead in the eyes. I'd take my fingers. I'd go, follow my fingers, and I'd cross him. I'd cry. He's cross-eyed because of me. I've known these guys since they were born. Okay, I helped deliver them in the delivery room. You know, I actually, I watched with a microscope as they were conceived. This here's Merce Lopez and Royce. They're a married couple, our first gay people on InfoWars. So he gives them the leg up. He goes, you guys need to watch these guys. I've been watching. If Alex watches it, then you guys at home need to watch it. These are guys, I've known them since before they even had a show. I've known them since the Fifth Circle days. I've known them since Hate Speech Radio. Listen, we go way back. We're pretty much best friends. He gives them that boost. He says to his audience, his paid audience, I'm telling you right now, these are good guys. You're going to want to see everything they got. I'm giving them my seal of approval. My son likes them. My Harrison Smith likes them. You're going to like them too. And then watch how they squander that. And squander.
And I've been on the show a couple times, and they're interesting fellows. They try to have fun in a cynical way.
Fun. Alex has no idea what fun is. He's like, they're trying to have like fun. As if Alex's show isn't the most fun thing you've ever seen in your entire lifetime. You look at Alex's show, and you could tune into any moment of it, and something that you never even conceived of being possible will happen. He's got a camera just for the papers on his desk. This man's a lunatic. And I mean lunatic in the greatest way. I truly do. I wish I sometimes dream of grabbing a printer, just getting a printer and going, what if I just had goon faces all over the desk? There's a camera above me, and I was just going, okay, let's see. What do we got from the Mersh pile today? And then he'll show you his own phone and then go, yeah, we got some T-girl stuff. Just got a match on Tinder. That's pretty cool. And then you'll be like, why are you even doing this? Oh, here we go. Super male vitality. Alex's show is a bizarre cavalcade of fun, And then if you're into the politics or the conspiracy or the globalists or the whatever stuff, if you're into that, then you got even more stuff. You could enjoy it on a purely fun level. But Alex is so serious about what he does. He's sitting there explaining fun to his audience. You know, he doesn't think he's having fun. He doesn't think he's having a good time here. He's like, no, these guys, you think I'm fun? These guys no fun. Okay, they're out in Florida. They're funny guys. All right, what they do is they do what I do, but it's fun. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Way about all this, which is a good thing to do. So they're with us. We'll take some calls as well this hour.
They're with us also. That's something about an attribute of them is that they are with us. You know you're running out of stuff to say when you say something like that. They're also here. They're present. They're not, by the way, caller Mersh.
From Jack and James and Max and Patrick and Marty and John and Scott and Jim and Greg.
God damn, Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt in there too.
And after our guests are gone, I'll continue on to the fourth hour. And I haven't hit the big news about the global social credit score that's been announced by Apple.
Sure. All right. Something came across my news feed with the word global in it, so you know I got to cover that.
And by the IMF, that if you don't turn your 5-year-old over to a pedophile, literally at Drag Queen story time, I'm not joking, you'll have your bank account taken away.
Wait a second. What? I'm telling you. You think this ain't a fun show? This dude just, that threw me for a loop. I don't know, bit of a curveball. Wasn't expecting that one. Okay. By the way, we're having one of these fun guys. These guys like to have fun. They like to play around. They like to goof off. Also, coming up in the fifth hour, we got a scheme set up by the globalists where they will actually explode your child from the inside out unless you personally allow John Podesta to anally rape them, torture them, bind them, and kill them. We got that coming up pretty soon. I'll tell you about that top of the hour, fifth hour of the show. Tell us about that now, Alex. Wait, go back to that other thing? That sounds important. Or I'm going to lose my bank if a drag queen doesn't read The Hungry Caterpillar to my child. Can we get... I tell you what. Listen, I want to have fun just like the next guy. Let's skip that part with Blois and Morsh, whatever their names were. Can we just skip that one and go to the part where my kid is going to be fucked?
So they've announced the plan. We've got it right here from the IMF working paper. And it ties into all.
See, this is amazing. I love this shit. I can't tell you how much I love this. He just shows his papers. And then every time he's on another show, you've seen him on ROTC, he's always got paper. Look at this, 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 look at this. He wishes to God that when he was on other people's shows, he had that camera above him so he could just spread his papers out on everything. They don't have that kind of setup over there at ROTC. They don't got anything like the Sky Cam ready to go for Alex. He just wants to show you papers. That's how you know. In his head, he thinks, it's legitimate because I was able to print this. It's got a graphic at the top. This thing's got a header on it. So
all this. So you think the social justice?
So how is he? And by the way, he does 6 hours. How many hours does he do? He said 5 hours, right? How does he not die by the Mersh? They get the fucking vaporwave intro of their show ends on ROTC. And Mersh is like,
These warriors just are censoring the internet now? You think they're just sending pedophiles to your school?
No, wait, what? Again, let's skip the Tampa boys for a second. I got to hear about this.
These people mean business.
Business. Love him. I do love him. And you know what? For that, I love Alex Jones. I love the way he operates. I love the way his brain works. And you want to talk about a guy, Mersh's favorite topic, anything a jabroni streamer wants to talk about is kayfabe. If this guy's faking it, he ain't never broken it. So Alex is amazing. I can't be too mad at Mersh and Royce for being so exciting, telling him, God, we love you. We love you. But act like you've been there before. I want to see it in the chat room. We got to be ready to say that. Act like you've been there before. It should be a rallying call where we bully because we love. Act like you've been there before.
They mean total domination.
Marie going, chin up, close your mouth, close your mouth.
And they get you to turn your body over Park
Hang on a second.
shut down in New York if you haven't had inoculations. Just totally legal revolution taking place. All right, Revenge of the Sis.
Now this is amazing. Am I able to go back? Nah, you can't go back by hitting the arrow. It's saying YouTube, folks. Let's watch that one more time. He closes his eyes like he's prognosticating, you know? Like he's seeing the future here, and he's going, they're stealing your body parts. They're looking inside your holes. They're taking the gold out of your teeth. And then he realizes, oh, wait a second. I was introducing my guests. Let me go back to that. He pauses for a second, and he goes, you know what he does? He's like this. He's like, wait, who are my guests? And then he's like, oh, yeah, I got a paper for that. And so he looks at the paper, and he's got to remember their name by looking at the paper. He don't remember the name of the show. Forget Mersh. Forget Royce. He don't remember Revenge of the Sis. And not shocking, because Star Wars, I mean.
In New York, if you haven't had
Watch this. Watch him check the paper. I wish they would go to the sky cam, the papers cam, at this moment and go, just so you could see that right here on his desk, right here, there's a paper that's got all the info on these guys on it, because the war is on and he don't got the info.
Calculations, just totally legal revolution taking place. All right,
let me check my notes here.
Revenge of the Sis.
See, look at that. He's literally reading it off the paper.
Not the Sith, the Sis, C-I-S.
Star Wars, come on! So on the piece of paper, whoever writes Alex's notes for him, you know, Harrison Smith is sitting back there on an old-fashioned typewriter, wearing a full suit, going tinka tinka bing ting 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 bing. And he's typing up this thing, and he's like, okay, Alex, now how will Alex be able to read this without fucking it up? I better put in parentheses, not Revenge of the Sith, not the Star Wars title. So he wrote that. That's on the note. And then Alex is reading it, and then in his head goes, well, maybe the audience won't understand that either. So he reads the parenthetical. He's like, you know, it's not Sith, right? There's cis, you know, like cisgendered.
Is Royce Lopez and Mike Mersh.
Mike Mersh! Ah! Mike Mersh. I watch these guys all the time. I've known them for years. We've always been fans of Mike Mersh. Royce Lopez and Mike Mersh. Caller Mike Mersh. Oh, no!
Big boy with the race car chair. Sleeping on the sofa and losing his hair, he destroys the cougars with his devastating whip, but the only hole he's getting is the Starlight Pit. By his own admission,
he's a gay vampire.
He crushes up the bones
and snorts them to get higher.
His eyes are crossed like
what?
Yeah, he's short and squat and he spokes out a lot.
Mike Mersh. Mike Mersh. Royce, I remember that name. That name makes sense to me. Again, it was written for him. He's looking at the paper. It says Mike, and then in quotes, Mersh, and then Sheely, and he saw Sheely, or Sheel, or whatever it is, and he goes, nah. Mike Mersh. Anyway, welcome my guest caller, Mike Mersh. Everybody. I might need a breath here. We've been having a lot of fun, and we're only at the very beginning of the video.
And be like, the end of times, it's going to be, you know, these demons, and the whole world's going to fall apart.
And while he's saying this, he's picturing his wedding with Mersh holding a sword over he and his wife's heads. Them bowing, holding their hands up, wearing black veils. A man standing at the end of the aisle going, Boom. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to pronounce this man and his wife Hey now, here comes Mersh, carrying a sword overhead.
Sorry, nigga. This content right here is Pizza Fun's own.
Hot awful dot pizza.
This shit is beefer.
Hot awful dot pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.